Hello, my name is Allie, and welcome to my channel. We are back with Color X Malice, Sasazuka's route. Now, before we get started, I wanted to show you, like, at some points there are certain things that say, blah, blah, blah has been added to materials. And you can find these materials here, but I'm not going to read through these because it's pretty much explaining everything that is in the game. If you really want to see these, get the game yourself. It is a great game. I love it. Anyway, let's go. You're seriously at a level where someone could call you a Stone Age girl. You might think that, but I can live without ever playing a game. I'm just saying that there are some people in the world who can't. Soda's perfect example. Oops, wrong button. Whoopsies. Hardcore gamers will give up on sleep and food to keep playing. Huh? What about work or school? There are some people who keep control, but people like Soda are called disabled. Oh. Okay. Please ignore that if you heard my son screaming. They basically choose to live like a NEET. Disabled. A derogatory internet slur used to describe internet or game addicts whose entire world is online. I don't like that term. I don't. But hopefully, if they meant something else, I hope it might have meant something else. But I don't know. I just don't like the way they use it. Disabled. It's weird. Just to play a game? There are a lot of addicts like that. You may not understand them, but if you're planning on interrogating Soda and cozying up to him, you should probably study a bit. Study games? No, not the games. You should study the mental states of gamers, especially the addicts. I'll give you a quick lecture, and you can form some ideas on your own about it. Okay. I didn't really care all that much about it, but if Sasazuka said that it was needed, then I would give it my best shot. So, what's the difference between online games and regular games in the first place? It's in the name. In an online game, you can play with people all over the world, on their servers. Depending on the type of game, users can talk to each other and even cooperate to beat it. Soda is playing a game like that. It sounds kind of difficult. It's not really. In fact, there are a lot of games that have really simple controls. Like the game I'm playing now. Anyway, what's important right now is not how the game works. You should be focusing on the communication between users. Through the in-game chat, toxic players and behaviors start emerging. I'm sure you can tell why, right? As he asked, I responded. We are going to say social problemos. Oh, sorry, I had my leg in the chair, but it's too hot for that. Is it because of social problems? Correct. That's what the root cause of the August case was, too. There was an online bullying case, right? I didn't really understand the specifics, but... Really? You don't know? Just remove the online part, and then try envisioning it. Think of it from a bigger perspective. People argue over stupid things, and over time, the arguments build up. That may be true, but... What? Didn't you have fights in class while you were in school? Me? Not really. But in certain circles, I heard that there used to be fights and blow-ups. Okay, so it's the same as that. It means that even in the virtual world, online people are still people. In the minds of the addicts. For internet or game addicts, actions in their space take on far greater impact. A lot of people are pretty dissatisfied with the real world most of the time. That's why they get drawn into virtual worlds. At least in the virtual world, they can become as strong so long as they have money and time. That's the important part. Is that... I thought for a bit and asked. Escape from reality is what we're going to say. Isn't that just escaping from reality? In a sense, that's true. But I don't think it'll change anything even if they do that. I agree with that too. But if it's someone who was that rational, they probably wouldn't become an addict. As he brushed off his comment, I swallowed... Wait. I think that's supposed to be like in my mind, not him saying it. As he brushed off his comment, I swallowed my words. They were trying to live in the virtual world where they can change easily. At least for someone like Soda, he feels like that world is his only bright spot in life. Keep that in mind, first off. Yes. The reason Soda keeps calling himself a god is because that's the only thing he can be proud of. Society in the game is much like it is in real life, where powerful people attract attention. That's true. When he was playing the game, he became a lot more lively all of a sudden. Bulletin board? Even there it looked like there were lots of people who were getting excited over seeing his posts. It would be good if that was actually the case. What? The game that the August case centered around was also a similar type of game. Players join groups called guilds, and the members in it all work together to progress through the quests. My husband used to be in a guild with his brother and a few friends for, World of Warcraft. He used to play like every Tuesday, but it just got too hard once we had our son and everybody's work schedules was crazy, so he had to stop that. But it was actually kind of fun to watch every once in a while. People flock to strong players on the boards. Working a strong ally will make their life easier. What's the problem with that? In these games, you can generally also send personal email between individuals. That creates an avenue for bullying. A lot of people like to pay lip service in public and then demean the power users in the personal emails. That's not very nice. Once again, it mirrors real life. Just look at the police force. Underlings are always licking the boots of the higher-ups, but get a few drinks in them, and the insults start flowing. True. Once he put it that way, I started to get an idea of the game world. Even in completely fictional worlds, because interpersonal relationships are involved, you'll still see the same problems. And when those sorts of problems occur, the deeper the player's addiction, the greater the damage will be. It's kind of sad. I don't know too much about games, but I think if someone I held dear betrayed me, it would probably be very painful. Yeah, well... But don't empathize with him too much. Huh? Like we said earlier, in the game, this is all just an escape from reality. If they really wanted to confront their problems, they wouldn't be so dependent on this simulacrum? I don't even know that word. Never heard of it in my life. That's true, but... Besides, for someone like you, it's better if you're at the point where you don't quite get it. Why do you say that? You're a very obvious sucker. I bet you're actually feeling a bit sorry for Soda now, aren't you? That's... Learning to help investigate and learning until you empathize with the criminal are different. I'd like to believe that I understand. Then the level of knowledge is fine. Set a clear division for yourself. If you don't, you'll end up hurt. Oh, excuse me. I hope you didn't hear that. Oh my god, I had soda today, so I'm a little... gassy. I'm burpy. Anyway. Oh, so you're worrying about me now? Because you're an idiot. Stop saying those kinds of things. Well, it's a fact. Fine. I'll share my donuts with you, so cheer up. Again with the feeding. What? You don't want one? I want it. It feels like if I go against the flow here and don't accept it, he'll get sulky. However, I couldn't deny the slight comfort that these little exchanges gave me. After I accepted the donut, I took a bite out of it. The sweet taste of the donut combined with Sasazuka's slight kindness made it seem like it tasted better than usual. Applying Sasazuka's lesson, I now got a much better view of what Soda was saying during the interrogation. Oh god, now I gotta do the voice. I've got a very decorated name. I'm called Shogo. But everyone in the game calls me God. The reason?
Because I'm just too strong. That's why.
He's so weird. He can only be strong in the virtual world. For him, that was the identity he wanted. It wasn't that I didn't pity him. However, if he was someone who committed murder in an X-Day incident, I couldn't sympathize. No matter what his reasons are, that doesn't justify killing people. If there was an opportunity again to question Soda again, then when that happens, I'll just be myself. No more, no less. In order to accurately find the truth, communication without any preconceptions was probably the best course of action. See, this is the added to materials part I'm talking about. The free-to-play app has been added to your materials. That's where you can find it. If you can hear my neighbor playing basketball, I'm sorry. It's pretty loud. But anyway, after the break in conversation, Sasazuka went into the other room and brewed some coffee. I was going to do it, but after he told me that the other room was Yanagi and Enomoto's living area, I felt like I would be intruding.
Do you take sugar, milk, or anything?
Black is fine. Thank you. I accepted the mug with steam wafting off the top. Then Sasazuka started pouring in a lot of sugar and milk into his coffee. I was wondering, he likes really sweet stuff. I couldn't help but gawk at the sight, which made Sasazuka bristle.
Don't act like you're mature just because you take your coffee black.
I don't like coffee, actually. I don't, in real life. That wasn't my intention, but you must really have a sweet tooth.
The brain needs glucose, so sugar's great for me.
Ah, now that you mention it, some people do say that chocolates and sweets are good when you're using your head.
That's right. It's not like I can't drink coffee black, but if I'm going to work overnight, it really hits my stomach hard.
Working overnight in and of itself isn't good for your body in the first place. Our small talk was interrupted.
Takaru? Sorry, he got away.
Okazuki? Panting heavily, chest heaving, I was greeted by the sight of Okazuki. He seemed distressed for once. What happened?
Lady. I see you're here also.
Okazuki shot a glance at Sasazuka. Sasazuka nodded, and they left the room. What exactly should I do here? I was the only one not included here.
Okazuki.
When Sasazuka finally came out of the other room, he threw a bottle of mineral water at Okazuki.
Thanks. Wait. Thanks. I appreciate it.
It looked like Okazuki had been running for a while and was really thirsty. He gulped down the bottle of water.
So, what's the situation?
It was a well-constructed, calculated crime. Looks like they anticipated our moves as well.
So it seems. If that wasn't the case, there's no way an amateur like Akito could lose you two.
Akito? Surprised by suddenly hearing the name, Sasazuka explained it for me.
I had Okazuki and Yoshinari watch Akito Sera, just in case. If he's in league with Adonis, then I figured that he should act a certain way after he approached me.
Then, when you said escaped...
Yes, I was talking about Akito Sera. Although there was nothing I could do in that situation, it's still pretty annoying. Tell us what happened in detail. All right. Akito went outside once around noon, and I think afterwards he ate with his classmate. He was at home for a while after that, but he went outside again, and it was night. I think it was around 7 p.m.
Okazuki continued on about the situation in detail for us. Flashback. Okay, we're going to be in Okazuki's point of view. All right, here we go. December 13th, 7:38 p.m.
I just assumed that he was heading towards Lady's brother's place, but apparently that wasn't the case.
Oh, I forgot how I did his voice. Maybe they're meeting up.
Could be. But I kind of have a bad feeling about this. My instincts are usually right in these situations. If you say so, then I'll prepare myself. Yes, please do. We can't let him escape no matter what. If he is really connected with Adonis, then catching him would be the biggest breakthrough we could hope for.
Is that okay, though? Our mission's to watch Yanagi and the others.
I'm sure you realize that mission is just a pretext. Besides, what they're mainly looking for is correspondence in accordance to the circumstances. That's a lot of big words. Haven't I taught you anything?
I know. I'm just making sure just in case.
Please. I get a really bad feeling about this. I was walking while keeping an eye firmly on Akito, who was walking ahead, when suddenly I felt an imposing presence that chilled my core, and I reflexively swung my arm back. Gah! They're just here to buy time. Yoshinari.
Got it.
I watched Yoshinari running at full speed, and I confronted the black-clad ne'er-do-wells, don't know what that word is, in order to dispatch them quickly. Die! Unfortunately, I won't die that easily. Nice.
Whoa!
Kill him!
Rargh!
Ha! Jeez, dude. I don't have any time to waste dealing with you guys. I left Trio behind in a heap on the ground, and immediately began running. I need to catch up to Yoshinari. He was tailing Akito in my place. Faster! At this rate, Adonis members may already be at Akito's. The guys earlier didn't have guns, but... Then I stumbled upon Yoshinari. Yoshinari! In the middle of the street, directly in front of me, right around the railroad tracks. I saw Sera get into a black van and immediately speed off.
Oh my goodness.
Sir! I know. I leaned forward onto the roadway in order to determine the model and license plate. A concealed plate, so this is as far as we get. Sorry. It was just one more step. It's fine. Anyways, are you hurt?
Nope. It was a warning shot.
I see. I glared in the direction of the van and realized that I could no longer chase them. I'll go to Takuru's place. I took care of the guys from earlier, but if there's any more, I leave them to you.
Understood. Is this still his point of view? I'm going to just do my voice. Afterwards, Yoshinari reported to Okazuki that the thugs had already cleared out. The van was a common car model and color, so they said that it would be difficult to track where they went afterwards.
They acted quicker than we expected. I'm really sorry. You warned us repeatedly. It's not that we were caught off guard. We were just outplayed this time, huh? That seems like an accurate assessment. But now it's confirmed that Akito Sera is a member of Adonis.
My body shuddered from the announcement because I didn't want to accept this. Though I thought about other possible explanations, all the other factors only added up one way.
Lady Chan, are you okay?
Yes.
There's no point in shying away from reality. Now that it's come to this, we need to report the news about Akito Sera to the police. In regards to that, I'll go and tell the higher-ups. Although, Takuru, the report about Akito will also have to include reporting about your affiliation. Is that all right with you? That can't be helped. But whether I'll go back is a different story. So stubborn.
I'm going to let you guys go here. I hope you are enjoying. It's a little longer than usual. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye!